Dreamscape presents Magic Julep by Gina Lamanna, narrated by Wendy Tremont King. Chapter 1. Easing onto my tiptoes, I reached for a peculiar-shaped vial on the highest shelf in the storeroom. I wobbled, holding my breath, as the glass tipped onto its side with a dainty clink, then rolled to the very edge of the shelf. I nabbed it just before the tiny glass could teeter toward the floor, crashing to a shattering death. Expelling a shaky breath, I raised the vial to eye level and muttered, "Gotcha." I headed to the table at the center of my workroom and carefully placed the vial there, while I proceeded to prepare the rest of the potion I was in the middle of crafting. My heart still pounded as I imagined how furious Gus would have been if I'd managed to drop our only jar of dragon scales. Seeing as dragons were extinct, their scales were incredibly valuable, not to mention wildly difficult to find due to their scarcity. I would have to notify Magic Inc. that if this potion was a success, they'd need to supply me with more scales in order to make future batches. As a huge corporation, they had more access to rare ingredients than I ever would. Eventually, I'd attempt to rework the potion so that it could be created without dragon scales. But for now, this was the path my instincts were leading me down. I sat behind the long table at the center of the storeroom and took yet another deep breath. The potion before me was on the more complex end of anything that I'd ever put together. It was a commission straight from Magic Inc., and they needed it sooner rather than later. Settling in before the cozy fire, I focused my attention on the glass jar containing the shiny metallic dragon scales. There were only a few left. They glinted with a rainbow of colors, sometimes showing a red or orange tint, other times sparkling with a purple or deep green hue. For the potion, I'd need to crush them to a fine powder and sprinkle them into my cauldron at exactly the right moment. Otherwise, it would all be a waste. Reaching forward, I adjusted 2 of the 3 flames that burned beneath the pot. The blue and yellow flames needed to be turned up to match their companion, the red, which cheerfully roared full steam ahead. I rubbed my hands together and again studied.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?